Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Cres Quiloa from Querétaro, Mexico. Early Sunday morning, and here we are trying to find my material to continue my coloring. I'm not planning to continue with the Tap for School, the Katrina today, because I discovered and that requires me to use my magnifying glass, and it won't be very comfortable to be streaming and having a magnifying glass here right on top, blocking a lot of the views that you have got. So I think that one will be finished off camera, and I will put some photos on Instagram. Okay, so there you are. Okay, hi Tony, how are you today? I still have to prepare my settings on YouTube, so just give me a second for that. Meanwhile, we have our birdie friends coming. So there you go. So while we wait for the settings to update, I'm going to show you this. We painted this one yesterday. Move the camera a little bit. This was during 200 stream anniversary. So I thought I finished this one on camera. I was missing a lot of the and part of the pieces with oil pastel. So interesting. Everything is saturated. I don't have my pastels here, but there you go. I'm also checking that StreamYard is working properly because it was working kind of oddly yesterday. The section of the comments that I have on this side of the screen, StreamYard. So that was a little bit strange, but anyway, going to detail in a close-up and reduce the volume because I have echo here. So all pastels pretty easy to use. Just grab them, apply them on thick paper. This is watercolor paper, and have fun. This is not the first set of chickens that I paint. And yesterday during Christopher's stream, I learned, or I understood kind of the conspiracy, a theory of chicken. Oh, this one is gouache with color. And you paint. Also wanted to start a photo about another dog, but I needed to organize that material much better. So I'll probably won't be I have this one that was the cover of the thumbnail. Quite interesting because I'm using very cheap markers. I showed them yesterday. These are from a supermarket that we have here called HEB. I think it's from Texas or something like that. So it's kind of interesting brand, but they are quite nice. I still have not figured out about the dragon. This is supposedly a dragon. You have the teeth, the horns, but the muzzle is like a little bit thick, big. I thought the animal was the other way around, but well, very strange thing. So I'm going to take out some markers and carry out working with the dots. Let me just put this on camera. Make sure this doesn't fall, and try to keep both chats visible. Early morning, lots of neighbors having early activities. I cannot sleep late because of my cats. They demand food. So those little cuties normally wake me up early, very early in the morning, around 5:30. Yes, they're waking me up. Some shadow in there because this is where my camera is. I'm planning on getting a proper webcam to stream so I can leave the iPad for other things, because this one is automatically always zooming in and out depending on what it sees, closer or not. And it's a little bit frustrating for the people who watch the replay, because my hand is always in the middle and I probably need a little bit more height. But this one's good for detail. Okay, so we don't have a lot of noise from neighbors. So we're going to try and enjoy a little bit of the background. If you're watching these later on, don't forget to share, subscribe, give us some thumbs up, watch previous videos. That'll be good. I think I'm going to add something. Where is my microphone? Here. Okay, some bits of orange. I think the drawing is cute, but it's confusing in certain parts. The feral cat. Because one of my kitties was very, very upset. But right now he's very entertained at the window. Just look at all the birds coming down and having fun in our small garage that has got some very narrow strips of grass, and we have a tree, but birds on the tree right now. This one I'm using light fastness. It's not important if it's a coloring page, because this is going to be in a folder, so no problem. And the two paper is so no need to worry about light resistance of colors. I'm going to use these two. Super soft skin tones. This could be good orange spots. Acrylic paint. Cheap one. Poscas are normally imported, so the costs of Poscas, the costs of all the sets are ridiculous, so I won't get any of those. Keep some areas. White enough. Let's use this cinnamon. These colors don't have names, but they do have numbers, which is a big change. And they are good for amateur scholar use, students. And they are good for coloring book pages like this one. Hi Dana, good morning. Welcome. I think officially I'm still asleep. But I won't have time to color later today. I'll be just probably crocheting and watching other streams. Interesting. The lines kind of bother me, you know. Very thick line here, very thin line here. So, I mean, the books are nice. These books are nice, but they're produced by anonymous artists and the styles are not consistent. So I got the hits on PDF by, that's the editorial, and they are nice ones, but as I said, the style is not consistent, so there are different artists working here. Oops. Sun is coming out. The sun has started to move to its autumn position. It was like coming out. Now it's moving a little bit. In December, it would be the turn around. So to this area to be direct sunlight. So I have to think about what to do for early morning streams. So it doesn't bother me that much on the right side. If I were left-handed, that wouldn't be a problem, but that's it's already casting a shadow here, so I don't, if my cord will be like fairly enough cover for direct sunlight. Okay, that was the cinnamon bit. Let me see. What do I have here? This is kind of a gray. Hi Riri, good morning. Welcome. Dana, I gave you a blue dress if you want to share your event tonight with Becca and Beth. Go ahead and share your channel. I don't have a lot of viewers, but I think that eventually, later on with the replays, you can get some people to watch you later on. Okay, so I already have the set of colors, except for black. Thank you, Don. So let me click on this. So if you're watching the replay today, Sunday, don't forget to go and visit Dana, Beth, and Becca. Okay, so there you go. 7 Eastern. That's for me right now like 5 p.m. So yeah, I'll probably be already at home and I'll be ready to enjoy the stream. So my dad wants to go out and he rarely likes to go out, but today he wants to. So I think I'm going to take him out for lunch and enjoy a nice dessert or something and then watch streams. A lot of people stream today, so the only one who I'm not sure is streaming today is Miriam Wolf from Art Curious by MNW, because I think she's flying back home from Madrid. So that's why today we don't have a joint stream like in the previous 2 Sundays. But next Sunday we're going to be streaming together again with a surprise activity. We don't know yet what we're going to be doing. Either something related to her birth country, she's from Argentina, or something related to her adopted country, that is Israel. So we have to decide this week what we are really doing. But I suppose it's going to be something really crazy and interesting because we normally do things first time on camera, so we have a lot of fun experimenting with material. Today we have birdies. Yeah, yesterday we didn't have any. Should I give this dragon a bit of pink? Maybe. I need to try to remember to stay on camera. This stream today was very impromptu because my StreamYard was not working. So it took me like around 10 minutes to set up the stream. So that was very. So I thought I was about to cancel. I'm going to put this bit like. I'm not really making this one very realistic because I don't like the lines. Others were repeated patterns or unrelated. Thicker lines, and I don't like those. I like to just have thinner lines so I can play with them and cover them with dark colors as part of the shadows. Sometimes it's not a very good idea to use white pens to cover the lines. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Let me use this one as an example. Might work at the beginning, but then you have a coat of the ink or the material and won't look that good. This is white ink marker that I found on discount, so I'm testing this one. I have also tried this acrylic paint marker, but as I mentioned, these are fairly cheap markers, so this one doesn't do anything. So let's just wait a little bit. And I'm going to show you on camera what happens. So this is what happens. this white line and the ink left something around the line, and the same here. So that's kind of another mark that would be very difficult to eliminate. Probably no, not even the Prismacolor. Kind of makes a texture, produces something interesting here, but you know, as the color is that the mark is still here. But yesterday I streamed with Christopher Runciman. So I'm going to try and copy the link because it was a very, very fun stream. And I'm going to share with you in the chat if you have time to watch the replay. We were reflecting about creativity, favorite mediums, celebrating his 200 daily stream. He made one comic page every day for 200 days. I was going to say years, but that would be awesome. But still, creating a comic page every day is very, very hard. And it was really fun streaming because we had people from the USA, myself here in Mexico, and Christopher and Joshua from Canada. So we could say that the northern part of the Americas was present yesterday on a single stream. So that was good. Let me change this to all messages. I don't know why suddenly StreamYard stops showing me comments. So I'm going to put a message. Oh, that one's showing. But the other one was not showing. Interesting. Okay. Oh, finally, it's there. I don't know what happened. So that's the link to Christopher Runciman's stream from yesterday. It's like 2 hours. We were supposed to be there like just 1 hour and a half because he never streams on Saturdays. But we had so much feedback from the audience that we stayed for 2 hours. So this is going to be totally brown. And this texture is totally on purpose. Because I know this is part of the dragon, but I'm not so sure if on scales or let me go back to my acrylic marker here and add more orange. I won't finish this one here today, guys, because as I said, I find these lines very problematic, but it'll be finished sometime today. Okay. So this one's nice right now. Put this back. Okay. So going from one image to another one. Yeah, nothing to compare. And so some problems. Hi Shaz, good morning, welcome. How are you today? I know it's late at night where you are, so I hope you have a great Sunday. Here we're just starting early morning stream. Let me see. Do I have names here? Oh yes, we have. This is red. I don't have any pinks here. I'm doing fine, I think. I have a lot of things to do today, as usual. And I'm getting ready to go back to school, helping with admission exams next week. Classes 7th. So it's okay. I don't mind. Duties of the full-time teachers to go and help. The boring part is just they're standing up for 1 hour and 45 minutes, but I'll just walking around the classroom to exercise a little bit, and that's it. Yeah, I think I should have used this one as a thumbnail. This is a freebie from a group on Facebook. So they normally have some nice images as freebies that you can download and print. I don't post much on Facebook groups because I forget. I kind of link everything to Instagram and automatically on Facebook, and that's it. I just remembered, if you're coloring for the first time, let me take out some images to use. From the Jade Summers book. And if you're coloring for the first time, my suggestion would be to try and use images like this. Yeah, I have connection problems, so I might. So try not to download things like. Try to download images with grayscale, because this will help you with. We have the shadows here. Why? just have to use reference images to get your shadows. So this is a quick tip. If you're first for books, even animals with grayscales. Then when you have moons, you can have plain images. It's not really accurate, but it's just. Yeah, I don't know why today supposedly internet provider properly last night, so it shouldn't be breaking up that much. But anyway. Yes, I agree, Shaz. Printers smell fear. They do smell fear. So you have to go with an attitude if you have a printer. The printer cannot win, that's for sure. Yeah, one day my dad's printer decided not to print anything, and I mean anything, and we tried everything. YouTube tips and the instructions, and I mean everything. And my dad was like, oh no, we'll probably have to get a new laser printer. And well, the toner is expensive. It's not that the plastic is expensive. So we were like, well, okay, so next week we'll get another one. And then, like 3 days after that, I urgently needed something for school. I normally don't print things of school here using my dad's printer. But there was no option. I just didn't have enough time to go and print or ask the secretary to print for me. So the printer was working like nothing happened. And I was like, oh, you stupid thing. So now I have to go and literally talk to the printer before I print something and like, oh, how are you today? I need to print 5 pages. Would you help me? I feel so dumb when I do that, but it works. The printer works. This, if you're bold enough to do it, guys. Mix professional. You're not going to regret it. The most awesome results that you would never imagine. I mean, I shouldn't be using polychromos for this because just regular printer paper is not going to go on display or framed. But I'm kind of learning how to use polychromos, how to blend them, because they are new, totally new thing. I mean, this is wax. This is also wax colors. And these are oil colors, so these are much harder. And they kind of lay differently. Hi, Janice. Good morning. Welcome. Oh, yeah. That's right. I totally agree with you, Janice. Printers they are like alive. And to answer your question, Shaz, this is the first time I'm coloring this one. I suppose I still have the image. I'm not sure if I can retrieve it, but if I have it somehow, I'll try to make it available using my community page. So who knows? Hello, Janet. Good morning. Welcome. Thank you for coming to this very impromptu coloring session. But I'll have to go and find my files chats. If I find it, I'll put it on my community page and have it available for you if you want to color this. And I was checking this tutorial on how to use polychromos because this is the only set that I will probably get, this 36 set. I will not oops, it's breaking again. So required to lay down kind of a dark medium color and later on lay down the bright colors. But this image, I hope it doesn't break right now, but this image has got a trick. Yeah, I know, it's very crappy connection today. This image has got white charcoal because it's a colored paper. So I'm going to try and do this one, even though it has got already some layers of color. What you're going to do is you're going to take your brightest spots and use white charcoal. That's exactly what I did with the Captain America image that you have seen before. So you take your white charcoal and you go and highlight these areas. I have not touched the hair yet, so I can still do it here. Why doing this? Well, to keep out the peachy color that we have on the paper. And it doesn't matter if you go on top of some other gray areas. If you want to apply, for example, yellow to have her hair blonde, you'll be able to do that. But you just have to be very careful with different qualities. This one is a child. Go more. I wouldn't use that much the black one, but very well. That's my recommendation. A toned paper, toned gray tone, color papers like so. The charcoal help with the colors, otherwise the tint. Okay. It's just practice, Dana. It's just practice having reference photos, and with color pencils, you need hours, even if it's a grayscale image. You need really to sit for hours and lay color after color, and eventually you get there. And polychromes are harder to lay than Prismacolors, definitely. Start with the juniors, those are good. And later you can graduate to the premieres. Here you just have to be very careful with the coarse and the sharpening and things like that, because they are different tools. So these ones can be sharpened to a very, very fine tip because they are harder, they don't break. If you try to do the same with a Prismacolor, the only thing that you're going to get is something like this, a blunt tip that is good for broad areas, because these, even the junior, are creamier than this. For the premieres, what you need to do, it's oh look, like the eyes of the doll there. Use sharpen, not the pencil. Cheap ones go really, really fast, but they is that your Prismacolor this is how you avoid broken cores. I have to habilitate closed caption, but I still don't know how to do that. But I'll try to go back with all the videos and try to keep them closed captions in the future. Yeah, the Karen ones are, and the Holbeins are the best wax pencils for certain colors, but nothing beats the black and white Prismacolor Premier. And they're very expensive. Yeah, Holbeins and the others are very expensive. Let me check my timing. 7:30. I have not seen a notification of Miriam coming on live. So she's probably not streaming today. But anyway. Hi, Paul. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes, Shaz. And sometimes it's not just the one that you like, but maybe the one that your paper needs. So some papers are good for having the polychromos white. Some other papers are good for the Premiere or the Junior or the Derwent whites. So these are tools, and the best thing you can do is test the tool, see on which paper it works better, and practice and use them. Okay. I don't want to lay that much color here, but don't have, my browns are very dark browns. Thank you, Paul. This is a freebie from a Facebook group that I'll try to retrieve. I'll try to see if I still have the image, and if I still have it, I'll try to put it on my community page if you want to download it. I don't know the artist. If you see, there's no signature, there's no credit to this one, so I'm not sure it's artificial intelligence, because those images still have a lot of mistakes. But I hope my stream doesn't break that much. Anyway, I won't be longer than 15 minutes now. Have to start my day. Have to go and check. Have to go and check on my dad. And see if he slept well, and then fix breakfast for the both of us. And then he wants to go outside. He wants to go and visit the store. So I'm going to drive him down to the mall. But it all depends. That's what he told me yesterday. It all depends on how he spent the night, you know. Okay. Let me see if I have another brown that I can use. Mm. Okay. You see, I take a long time sharpening this until I can get something. And I have a lot of these because they are disposable. I have to tell you guys, hair doesn't have a magic trick. Sometimes it's hair by hair. The same with fur. If you want something that is kind of realistic, here the image helps a lot, definitely. All the grayscale helps. So an eye color, I cannot be chatty, sorry. I have to concentrate. I don't have any reference photo for this girl, so I'm just doing this with what I remember hair looks like. Hi Stacy, welcome. Good morning. Some people dislike polychromos. This is the second time I'm using them since I got them in May, because I've been really busy doing other things, summer school, class, and finishing other things. But I think they are really beautiful, beautiful pencils. But yeah, I won't get a bigger set. They're pricey. What I will do is probably get the colors individually, the colors that I'll probably need, and that's it. I'm going to give you a close up, okay? So just hold down a little bit. Should I go directly to this yellow is too too bright. got another pointy one. Be very careful with black. Very, very careful. Okay. More than enough. Oh, great, Paul. Yeah, I've been here since 2018, December 2018. So I'm still very, very new to the city. I couldn't do a lot of sightseeing as a newcomer, but the city is growing and the touristic areas are still the same. That's the good part. I haven't been able to go downtown that much because I live like 12 miles, probably 13 miles away from downtown Querétaro. So I'm in the outskirts. But I really, really like it. Okay, let me show you this one as so you can get to see how the hair it's coming compared to the other side and the face. When I finish the hair, I have to go back to the face, add because that light is reflected. Oh my God, Paul, if you visited Querétaro 25 years ago, you will not recognize the city at all. It has exponentially grown. And right now, there are areas that have no traffic, no people. And right now, it's growing like a metropolis. Like, it's looking really, really populated with a lot of high rises, a lot of apartment buildings in the outskirts. Downtown is still kept very traditional looking with Mexican style houses and things like that. And it's totally different. If you can find recent videos of Querétaro, like downtown or metropolitan areas, you'll be surprised. Yeah, the aqueduct is still there, but there are several constructions around. Some of them had been cancelled because they were kind of putting in risk the aqueduct. One of my sisters lives close to the aqueduct, and she says it's been really, really sometimes nasty the way the city is growing. Now we have traffic. Okay, I have to put a little bit of brown and yellow here because that's the how do we call this? Reflected light, reflected shadows. Well, kind of. It's gonna be more noticeable here. This one is going to have a bit of a yellow thing. It's a very effect what you're doing here. Sorry, I moved so fast. But this little bit of brown and blend the skin. Okay. Okay, guys. I have to stop here. Okay. Normally the streams that I have are like around 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 20. So people don't get so tired when having the replay. So thank you very much for coming. Don't forget to go and watch Stacy because she's on in 15 minutes, more or less. And don't forget to go and watch Dana also at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And all the other people who streamed today. PM Art Studio and LAR. I mean, there are a lot of other people streaming today. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. As usual, my kitty paws will say goodbye. So take care. Bye.